back. We're back. We're back. Okay, so if you're watching this entire thing in like one long sitting like a playlist, you won't really know why I'm saying we're back. But guys, I haven't played this game in like 3 weeks because, as I mentioned in the last video, I want to keep it kind of short today. But as I mentioned in the last video, I made a decision to cut back on the amount of stuff I recorded in bulk, and I wanted more interaction with you guys, my dear viewers, which I do very much love. I think it's probably like my favorite part of doing content. It is the interaction in the comments and the interaction within my videos, responding to comments and stuff like that. So I cut back on it, which meant that I had to wait for my entire backlog to go through with all the daily uploads. And 2 days ago, the final one went live. It felt weird not having an upload because I'm so used to daily uploads now, but hey, it is what it is. And yeah, I can finally start recording again because the final episodes did in fact now go live, and I gave it a little bit of time because I wanted to get some responses as I talked about in said video. And I want to start off this video by just, reading some of the comments out and just responding to you guys. Sometimes I'll respond in the comments as well, but I like the idea of, having a bit of back and forth in the videos as well. I'll probably make the videos a bit longer as well. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if I just end up making them like an hour or something each, just so we have a bit more of a longer form discussion platform where we can kind of go back and forth. So starting us off today, we have Jaden here who says, "Hey, nice idea to cut on the delay. I often wanted to say something and offer advice, but since it was recorded slow in the past, it seemed like it would no longer be relevant. Looking forward to the new video." So thank you, first of all, very kind words. Always love to hear that. But also, yeah, you're definitely right. That is something that I've been hearing a lot. That has been something that multiple people have said to me, and it is, in fact, the reason why I decided to cut back on the bulk recording. Doesn't mean I won't record, maybe like a couple videos ahead when I have more time, just because sometimes I'll have like 5 days where I have almost no time, and then I'll have like an entire weekend free, so there might still be some of me being ahead, but it should never be much more than maybe like 2-3 videos or something, which is much more manageable than, being like 30 videos ahead. So yeah, thank you very much for that. And also in the last video, I did request you guys to start pointing me towards, well, where you would want me to go, words apparently are difficult because I haven't recorded a bit. So I also have user 85937, beautiful name, and he or she says, "For what to do next, I would recommend starting the ONYXIA's Lair Attunement. It is a long quest chain and quite the adventure. You can begin at level 55, which is what I want to start doing. Because, as I said, I want you guys' input, and I will take it into account, and I will start this ONYXIA's Lair Attunement. I'm aware that ONYXIA's Lair is a raid, and I believe, as a commenter, as Blackadder pointed out ages ago, because I think probably like 2 months ago or something, I had a video and he said, I can't wait for him to get to the, the attunement quests. And I think you also mentioned there that there was going to be a lot of dungeon grinding involved in that. And yeah, that sounds kind of cool to me. So we're going to pick up that quest today. I won't have very much time today, but, I can just record however much I can across the next couple of days. Should have some free time on Saturday where I can, make some proper progress again. And I'm hoping to have this video out by the weekend somewhere. So yeah, I'm gonna be aiming probably for somewhere between 1 and 3 videos every week, at least WoW videos. I have some stuff in the oven, as one might say, but it won't be the WoW series. So yeah, keep in mind 1 to 3 videos is what I'll be trying to push for. And yeah, let me know if you like this format, or, like if this doesn't work well in the end, then feel free to let me know and I might go back to bulk recording. But I do think I like this, and please do keep commenting if you have anything to say, whether it's advice, whether it's just, some chatting or something. Do let me know, because that is the part I enjoy most. Okay, so that's me ranting for like 5 minutes about stuff. We're starting off well today. So I'm gonna go look up where I start the ONYXIA's Lair Attunement quest. I'm assuming it's probably somewhere in like Stormwind or something. Would make a lot of sense to me. And then, yeah, we'll see if we can make a little bit of progress. Oh, also, I did change a couple of microphone settings around. So please do let me know if you like what you're hearing right now. I'm always messing with this stuff. Like, I hate myself for that thing, because what I always do is like, oh, like I'll enjoy the audio for maybe like a month. And then I'll be like, but you know, stuff is bothering me. So I'll go back into the settings, I'll change things around, and then I'll find something else I won't like. And I'll keep going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And it's really annoying because it's always like a mix of the compressor and bass boosting and treble boosting and removing some and adding some. And if you do content creation and you care about your audio quality, then you know my struggle. So, you know, let me know what you think of the sound, I guess. Anyway, I'll see you soon. Okay, so the guide I have in front of me right now, the Wowhead guide, says the following. To enter ONYXIA's lair, every player in the raid must have the Drakefire amulet with them in their bags, not in their bank. This is the key that allows entry. It's not enough to have a party or raid leader with this item. All raid members must have their own copy. That's cool. So you're kind of forcing everyone to do this quest chain, which hopefully means that I can still find groups for it, because I did hear from map chat, I think there are some quests like elite quests and dungeon quests and stuff like that. I'm hoping people are still doing them, because I will probably require some grouping up at some point. The first quest, or the first alliance quest, because apparently there's an alliance question and a horde question, like is very often the case. And it says the alliance quest chain starts in Morgan's Vigil in Burning Steppes, with other quests leading to Red Ridge Mountains, Stormwind City, Blackrock Depths, Winter Spring, and Upper Blackrock Spire. Ooh, interesting. So, yeah, first of all, we have to go pick up Dragonkin Menace, which starts at Helenda's Riverhorn in Morgan's Vigil in the Burning Steppes. So, I'll see you guys there. Wow. Okay, so I've been playing a ton of Guild Wars 2, like a ton of Guild Wars 2 in the past couple of weeks. And I opened the map. I'm like, oh, let me go to the map. Let me, you know, teleport there using the waypoint system. And I'm like, no, that is not, in fact, how this game works. This game will need me to go to a flight master and actually fly there. So that's a, you know, it's a very different gaming experience. All right, if I were Helenda's Riverhorn, I would be this guy. No, that's Aurelius. Then I would be this guy over here. Yes, Helenda's Riverhorn. There we go. I actually think I even saw this quest earlier as well. Unless it's level 55 plus quest, because someone did say to me that I can only start at level 55, I think. Or maybe like a later part requires level 55. I'm not quite sure. Alright, so Dragonkin Menace. Yeah, I feel like I've seen that name before.
Life in the Burning Steppes is rife with conflict. Just look at this place. We know very little of what happened to these buildings, but we do know that at one time, before the Great Explosion, this was all part of the Red Ridge Mountain Range. Enough lamenting. We have a problem, adventurer. You may have noticed the Dragonkin below this ridge. We need assistance in pushing them back. Kill as many as you can and return to me. Succeed, and perhaps we can talk of other things.
Alright, we can talk of other things. So we'll accept the quest. So 15 black Brootlings, 10 black Dragon Spawn. I feel like those are regular mobs, but I do think Black Wormkin and the Black Drake, they might be elite mobs. I feel like those are the mobs that spawn like around here. Because I remember going up here to the Ultra Storms when I was trying to figure out how to get into the Searing Gorge. And then we saw some mobs there. I think they might be elite. So I will have to be a bit careful about that. I don't have much quest space, but, you know, I can always just remove some quests, because at this point, you know, even though I do very much enjoy the Eastern Plague Lands, and, well, I mean, not very much. They're fine, and the Western Plague Lands as well, but I could probably remove them if I need more space. But as long as I do have space, yeah, it's an elite quest as well. Okay, so I guess we'll go and see if there's some mobs down here that we can get started on, like the Black Brootlings or stuff. Because I have so much rest experience, it's ridiculous. Like I said, I haven't been playing in ages, so we have 150% rest experience. We still have the student fodder as well, which we can use to get more rest experience. So I'm hoping I can find the time to play a good amount soon, because oh, Black Brutling. There we go. Those are the ones I need. Perfect. Because I would like to make some progress and actually use this experience a little bit. All right, I'm gonna go and kill these things, and I'll see you guys soon. If I can remember how to play this game. Wait, this is the Black Drake. I'm assuming that's the... Yeah, Black Drake. Okay, you know what? We'll just see how we do. Here we go. Oh, wait, this mob's in the way. Hold on, I think I gotta take out that mob first. Will he loop back? I don't think I've ever seen this guy. Or maybe I haven't paid attention to this guy. He's probably popped up multiple times as I've been walking past this place, but I don't recall seeing him. I also need some more mana, so let me make sure I pop a whole lot of life taps here. Here we go. One more of these. One more life tap. Alright. We should be fine. Okay. Let's go see if we can take him out. I'm assuming he's further over there and just, you know, out of our current render distance. Will I just, like, run into him face first as he, like, spawns in my face? Oh, there he is. Okay, I'm a little bit scared. We probably need a party for this, but you know what? I will try. Is this why it's called Terror Wing Path? Because of this guy? Go, my friend. Go. Go. Oh, wait. I gotta activate this thing as well. The Grimoire of Synergy. Okay, here we go. Actually, that's pretty decent chunking. Okay, here we go. Hit him. Hit him. Hit him good. Hit him good. Oh, this guy wants a party invite. Here we go. Oh, bam. See, I will carry him. It's no problem. I will carry you, good sir. I got you. I got... This is actually remarkably easy. There we go. Beautiful. Right. Great. I guess I'll leave the party again. I mean, I could stay around and maybe, you know, have him join on the Black Wormkin. But if this is like the difficult one, then I am not too worried, honestly. This was not particularly difficult. I mean, maybe on my own it would have... No, I don't think it would have, actually. I think it would have been fairly easy as well. Okay, cool. I'm a god. It's a cool design, though. Looks really cool. Although, to be fair, is it literally just a Black Broodling upscale? No, it's not. Like, the tail is different, the back is different. No. I was afraid it was going to be like a lazy, just like upscaling thing, but it's not. Cool. Oh, this guy, I don't think I want to mess with this guy. This is a rare elite. Is that a thing? Is that like a different tier, a rare elite? Is that like a super boss open world mob or something? That is just rarer than random elites? Don't know. But it looks cool. I don't think I've seen him walking around before. He's probably required for some sort of quest. If I have to kill him later for this quest, then I probably will need a party just based on his looks, because he looks very muscular. Oh, these are the Black Dragon spawn. These are the ones I need to kill 10 of. So they are elite, but they're only level 53. But they do look like they use magic, which generally does make them a bit more difficult. So let's see if we can deal with them. I'll just aggro one. Hope there's no more that I aggro. Wait, are they melee? Okay, that's actually good. That's actually good, okay. I want to fear him. I kind of want to fear him. But I also don't, because I don't want to fear him into other mobs. Okay, now I think they're far enough away, so we go fear. Here we go. We have some time to channel. We reapply the haunt. Get some mana back. Reapply the haunt, as I said. And get the life drain. I gotta reapply that. Reapply that. I mean, to be fair, not too difficult. I think we're good. So if the Black Wormkin also aren't too difficult, then I think we can solo this quest fairly easily. Although, I reckon that is mostly because of the, you know, the secret... Not secrets. The Season of Discovery stuff. Because doing this with classic skills and stuff would probably be a lot more difficult. But hey, I will take what I can get. Oh, those are the Black Wormkins. They're the level 54 elite mobs. So they're probably only slightly stronger, I hope. What's in the chest? What's in the chest? Hello, chest. Oh, I guess only one person can use it. Okay, I forgot about that. Hey, someone's just giving me some water and... Oh, that's actually better. Oh, great. Is this him creating a portal? I think that's a portal skill, isn't it? So no, he's skinning. Okay, cool. Well, that's a friendly guy just giving me some stuff. Not that I need it that bad or anything, but I'll never say no to that. Also, I got some int that he gave me. Wait, don't I have my... I don't have my demon armor. There we go. Now my demon armor's active. Why wasn't it active? I felt like I activated it before, but hey, whatever. Kinda wish I could skin these things, because I don't have my skinning at the appropriate level yet. Alright, that is the Black Dragon spawn, all dead. The Black Drake, dead. The Wormkin, dead. The only thing remaining is the Broodlings, which are actually the most easy mobs around here. So we'll just have to kill 9 more of those. And then Dragonkin Menace is no more. So now that I've been fighting the elite mobs consistently. These mobs feel so weak. Also, we just looted a diviner long staff of the bear. 15 stamina, 15 strength. Not too great, but maybe we can sell it. Because I do, I guess, have to start working towards the gold requirements for the epic mount at some point. And there we go, a black broodling number 15. Let's head back to the NPC and see where the quest chain is going to lead us next. So I hear that supposedly this quest chain is one of the longest. Can I walk up here, by the way? Can I like go through here? But yeah, I keep hearing that this quest chain supposedly is one of the longest, if not the longest quest chain in the entirety of Classic. So I'm expecting there, you know, the thing is, I opened up the quest one by one, and this is the starting point, of course, so I did have to look this one up. But I'll see if I need to keep on looking stuff up. I'll do that if I get lost, but if the quests themselves are clear enough, I will keep going through them blind, which will be a lot more fun, I think. So I have no idea how long it is, although I can see that there is quite a lot to scroll on the WoW head page. So if that's all quest stuff, it's gonna be a bit. It's gonna be a multi-part video here, or a multi-part, you know, like quest chain mini trilogy or whatever. Anyway, we have Dragonkin Menace over here.
Superb slaying, adventurer. Now that we know you can handle yourself around Dragonkin, we can talk of more pressing matters.
Ah, yes. Let us talk about more pressing matters. Okay, so there seems to be no dialogue here, so I will read it to you guys. The first reading of the day. We had always assumed that the Blackrock Orcs were a product of their savage upbringing. We are starting off very well. Normally I would cut that, but just because it fits so well, I will leave it in. What we have found here in their homeland tells us another story. Indeed, it is bloodlust and thirst for conflict that empowers them. But the Blackrock Dragonflight are the beings whom control the orcs of Blackrock. We suspect that it is the Black Dragonflight that fuels them with rage and hostility. Take this letter to Magistrate Solomon. He will know what must be done. Helendis hands you a sealed letter. Travel to Lakeshire and deliver Helendis Riverhorn's letter to Magistrate Solomon. See, the thing is, the cool thing is here, because we did the whole bringing letters to Solomon and then back, you know, like the requesting aid for Stormwind part, where you had to go to Westfall and Redridge and Darkshire. Well, I guess it's a different map, but we had to go to all those places, and I distinctly remember the name of Magistrate Solomon, who's like the guy at the end of like the town hall thing. So even if he didn't say,
no doubt seen the wargs.
Yeah, I don't need that quest, I think. So even if he had not said to me that we, you know, where the NPC is, I would have known, just because I distinctly remember that. Okay, I will fly over here. I could have walked there. It's not too far away, but I mean, to be fair, is flying even that much faster? Like, it's really close. I guess it is faster, but the pathing is less efficient. Anyway, I'll chill for a bit, and I'll see you guys at Magistrate Solomon. So every time I return here to Lakeshire, return here to Lake Everstill, there is something so comforting about this place. I think, like, most people have this like feeling for Elwyn, where, you know, Elwyn is like their ultimate comfort place. I feel like this may be it for me. I'm really liking this place, and every time I return here, like, I get filled with a weird feeling of nostalgia, even though, you know, I only started playing this game this year, well, playing it for real, but I don't know. It's been such a long journey, but this place, like, it really stands out to me. Anyway, Solomon, we haven't spoken in a bit, but I have returned with a letter. I'm assuming, because it said sealed, I can't read it, and I was correct. Anyway, Solomon, let's have a chat. Greetings, EK. Have we met So, here I am, talking to you guys about how I distinctly remember who this guy is. I know who he is because I helped him out a lot. Well, I didn't really help him out. I tried helping him out, but then Stormwind wouldn't supply any additional backup forces. But, you know, we put a lot of effort into it. We put our heart and soul into it. We spent a lot of time here. And then we talked to him, and he's like, have we met before? You look vaguely familiar. You break in my heart, man. You break in my heart. Anyway, let's continue. Magistrate Solomon opens the sealed letter from Helendis and begins reading.
This is grim news, adventurer. To discover that our mortal enemies are merely pawns of a much greater threat is disheartening. There is no possible way that Lakeshire could survive an attack from both the Blackrock Orcs and the Black Dragon Flight. Should Lakeshire fall to this menace, Darkshire would fall next, and then what? Goldshire? Stormwind itself? You must take this information to High Lord Bolvar Fordragon in Stormwind at once. If this does not merit the aid of Stormwind, nothing will, and all is lost.
So, from my understanding here, and maybe I missed something, maybe I'm forgetting something, but from my understanding, we are now learning that the Blackrock Orcs, who we have been fighting ever since we got here, because they were, you know, at the northern part, when you were getting closer to the northern map in the Blazing Steps is the name. Guys, it's been like 3 weeks. I'm out of WoW. I'm trying to get back in now, okay? So we learned that they are grouping with the Black Dragonfly, but it says that our mortal enemies are merely pawns of a much greater threat. Was there something in the previous dialogue when we talked to the previous NPC that specified this? Did I just completely like zone out or something? Because, or was it in the letter? And, you know, do we not get to see it ourselves or something like that? Because the Black Dragonfly, what is the Black Dragonfly? I mean, I'm assuming those black dragons that I just killed, like the 4 different types that I just killed, they are the black dragons, but I'm assuming this means that those black dragons are the minions of ONYXIA, because, well, this chain leads into ONYXIA's lair. So are those the minions, and are the Blackrock Orcs in cahoots with ONYXIA for some reason? Why are they in cahoots? Is it because of own safety? Do they have a shared purpose? What is going on there? So I'm gonna try and figure that out, and I'm assuming you guys probably know what's going on here. Well, I mean, to be fair, not a lot of people, I think, actually read the quest stuff, so maybe you guys are also like, dude, I have no clue, I just press next and kill shit, so there's a chance there. But we'll see if we can find it out together. So, travel to Stormwind and deliver Solomon's plea to High Lord Bolvar Fordragon. Fitting name. Bolvar resides in Stormwind Keep. See, this quest is actually very clear. It's telling us exactly where to go. You know, I would have been fine with Stormwind, really, because I'm used to the way the game presents its quests. And, you know, if we have to go to someone... hold on. Is it now under... Am I blind? Western Plaguelands, Skullman's, Fellwood, Plaguelands, Burning Steps. Oh, this is it, yeah. See, it said High Lord, so I was assuming it's like, you know, a castle keep kind of situation, because it's a High Lord. But the fact that this quest specifically states that he's in Stormwind Keep makes it very easy for us to find him. So I will go and seek him out and return to you in a moment. Ah, it feels so good to be back, guys. I'm excited. It's great to be back. It's really great to be back. I miss this. You know, recording is fun. Oh, by the way, now that we are much more, you know, like connected, of course, you know, we're super connected because I get to talk to you and you guys get to see this within a couple of days. You get to talk back to me. So, you know, we can have a bit of a back and forth. And one question that I was wondering is, you know, I have a couple people now who have been watching my channel kind of consistently, who have been commenting a lot. And, you know, I keep saying it, but I appreciate it a ton. But I was kind of curious, what is your history with WoW? You know, when did you start playing? How long have you played for? Are you currently playing WoW? If so, you know, what are you playing? Are you playing new expansion that I kind of want to go check out later this year as well, maybe? Once I'm done wrapping this up, which at this pace is going to take another 4 years. But, yeah, are you playing the War Within, I think it's called, which looks kind of interesting to me. You know, the stuff I've seen of it looks kind of good. And I hear good things about it. Or are you playing, you know, Cataclysm Classic? Or are you playing WoW Classic Era servers? Or are you playing Season of Discovery? Or what are you playing? If you're even playing WoW, you know, like you might not be playing WoW right now. Maybe you're playing Guild Wars 2 or Final Fantasy or some other MMO. So yeah, let me know, because I'm a bit curious to see, you know, kind of what perspective I'm dealing with when you're commenting, which is always interesting to see kind of, you know, when someone says something about the game, like what position are they commenting from? It's always interesting to me. Anyway, the Stormwind Keep is up over here, and I seem to have rambled my way quite close to the keep. So I'll just keep you guys with me as I try and uncover where he is. I will, by the way, I will probably... Yeah, hello, it's editing me. That one was so terrible, I had to leave it in. I will probably start uploading another series, by the way, that I started a while ago. It's called Secrets of Grindia, and I had the series going out for a bit until I started WoW, and then like WoW completely took over the channel. But it's like stuck at part 6, and I've been recording away a little bit as I've been on break from this series. So you will see it come up on the channel. You know, if you want something to watch, then you know I do really think it's a great game. It's a very interesting designed game, and it's got like a ton of love in there, and I think it's a really good game. So if you just like listening to me just chat about stuff, like you can totally just tune in there and just, you know, have it be like background noise or something. But if you want to check it out, you know, I very much do appreciate that, because as much as I love this series, you know, I want to do a lot more. I love doing all kinds of things, and I would like to not lock myself into just, you know, doing one thing, because I'm the kind of person, I do get burned out at some point, and you know, I need to diversify a bit to keep myself enthusiastic. So here we have High Lord Bolvar Fordragon, we have Anduin Rin, and Lady Katrana Prester. This is the king of... So, what is the story here? So I had heard that Stormwind has a kid as a king, but I don't know what has happened. Also, this guy has boss in his name. This guy too has boss in his name. So... Oh, wait, did she walk away? Wait, what is this? So Major Mattingly yells, "Citizens and allies of Stormwind, on this day history has been made. White Papa," that's probably a player character, "has laid waste that which had attempted to usurp the rule of the kingdom. Get around and join me in honoring our heroes. Behold the might of the Alliance, the Dread Lady, ONYXIA, hangs from the arches. Let the rallying cry of the Dragon Slayer lift your spirits." Okay, so I'm assuming this means that this person, whoever it might be, has just completed the ONYXIA raid or something, or like a specific quest in it, something like that. Anyway, let's talk to High Lord. Actually, no, let me go back to my story. Oh, this is so scuffed. So if someone could tell me what the situation is with this kid, like how is he king, why is he king, did like his father die or something, was there no other person in line, and was he just like, well, guess I'm king now, or is there some reason why they put a kid in charge, like something special about him? I mean, I guess I could look it up on the wiki, which, I mean, would be much easier, but I gotta farm the clicks, I gotta farm the engagement, so please do let me know. Also, it's much more fun to, you know, hear from you guys than just read the wiki. So, High Lord Bolvar Fordragon. What brings you to Stormwind Keep? So, Solomon's plea to Bolvar. Wait, can we read that? Hold on. No, we can't. Okay, unfortunate. And we get Might of Stormwind as well as the buff, and Rallying Cry of the Dragon Slayer. I'm assuming those came in because of the stuff that just happened in chat. Right, continue.
Dragons, impossible.
Dragons, impossible. I mean, I saw a ton of them. Like, a ton of them. I killed at least 15 regular dragons, and then some other bigger and weirder dragons.
Solomon paints a dreary picture. Still, we cannot afford to send our thinly spread troops to the aid of Lakeshire on speculation. I will need proof of these claims before I can act. Speak with Lady Prester, adventurer. She is a learned woman and knows much of dragons and dragonkin. She may be able to shed some light on this situation.
Alright, so speak with High Lord Bolvar Fordragon after speaking with Lady Katrana Prester. And it doesn't specify exactly where we can find Lady Prester. She's a learned woman and knows much of dragons and dragonkin. The first and the last. That quest sounds interesting to me for some reason, and I don't know why. So, I will have to look up what this person is. I'll just, like, scan around here. If I can't find her, I will just use a guide, because I can't be bothered looking at the entire world map. And then we'll see where she is. Wait, I'm very confused. So, I'm supposed to talk to Lady Katrana Prester, who... The waypoint system, like the TomTom system, points me here, because I wasn't able to find her. But she's not here. Now, I do remember when I got here, there was a third person standing right here. So, potentially that was her, and she walked off for some reason and will return later. So, I will be very wise here, and I will call the recording session here. I'll be back next time, where I should be able to hopefully find her. She'll probably be here. I'm hoping I have some time tomorrow. For you guys, there won't be a cut, of course, but you will see a change of wardrobe. So, yeah, enjoy the transition into me. That was weird. Alright, she does seem to be here this time, Lady Katrana Presta, so let's have a bit of a chat to her. Which... I can't seem to talk to her right now. Is it because something is going on? I see a lot of people around here, so maybe... Whoa! Lady ONYXIA... Okay, I feel like this is something later in my quest chain. Wait, Stormwind Royal Guards... Did they turn into ONYXIA's minions? Am I about to get murdered? What am I? You know what? You know what? This is probably very important stuff, and you know, probably like world-ending stuff, and I should be helping them. But I feel like participating in this, I'm not gonna read the chat. I feel like I'm spoiling stuff for myself because I feel like this is stuff from later in my own quest chain, and I don't want to do it now and then do the pre stuff later and then have to come back to it. No, we instead will just abandon this place for now, and I will return here in like 10 minutes when hopefully whatever is going on has gone. Alright, I think whatever was happening has now ended. We do still see some of these bodies on the floor, but I reckon I can now talk to Lady Katrana Presta. I still can't. Lady Katrana Presta. Can I just not talk to her, like, at all? Is it still going on or something? I just want to talk to her. Bolvar watches you intently. So, yeah, I just can't talk to her. Hold on, let me go to... See if this works. Hello? Can I please speak to you? Please, I beg of you, I would like to talk to you. This is also how I go out, you know, like I just walk out to a girl and I'm like, hello, can I please talk to you? Please respond to me. That is how dating works, guys. I promise. So, yeah, I have no idea what's going on here. I'm assuming there's some sort of event stuff still going on which disables her as a regular NPC or something. So maybe I just keep on waiting and at some point I can interact with Lady Katrana Presta. See, this is where doing a live stream or something would come in quite handy so people could tell me what is going on right now because I'm a bit confused. So I guess I'll give it a couple more minutes or something and we'll see what happens. Hello? Hello? Can I please talk to you? Okay, I don't know what's going on, but it's been like 2-3 minutes or something since I cut away and I still can't talk to her. It is this girl, right? Lady Katrana Presta. It even says on the guide that, yeah, she's at pretty much the exact same location. Oh, I think we just refreshed Might of Stormwind and this as well. More stuff is happening in chat. Don't know. Alright, so I googled this and apparently there is a bug that, from my limited understanding here, seems to have been in the game for like 20 years now or something. So the only solution, as far as I can tell, is to abandon the True Master's quest. So I will abandon the quest. Now, can I pick it back up from this guy? I can. Okay.
Solomon paints a dreary picture.
Okay, and accept. Can I talk to her now? I can't. Let me relog. Log back in. We will get this. We will get this. Don't you worry, we will get this. No, that's him. I can't talk to her. Okay, we do it differently. We abandon the quest. Then we relog. See, it's about finding the perfect order to do things in, guys. This is not a game. This is art. Now, can I even talk to her now? I can't. Okay. Back to him. The True Masters. Yes. Accept. And now talk to her. No. Okay. More Googling, I guess. Alright, so the event chain seems to start again. The masquerade is over, Lady Presta, or should I call you by your true name? ONYXIA. So, yeah, she's gonna turn into the dragon again, I think. You know what? I'll keep messing around, guys. I'll be back in a moment. I'll just stand here. I guess I'll witness whatever happens and hope that she at some point becomes interactable to me, because maybe I stepped outside for too long and then she became interactable and I missed it, and then she became uninteractable again or something. I don't know. I guess in the meantime, we can put our first point into Shadow Mastery, so it increases the damage dealt or life drained by your shadow spells by 2%, and it stacks up to 5 times, so that's a 10% damage modification. There's stuff happening in the background, guys, so, you know, I'm witnessing whatever's happening, but I'm not really reading it. So I guess she is ONYXIA, which we will learn about during the quest chain, I suppose. But, yeah, don't know much more than that, and I'm hoping she returns now and we can actually have a bit of a chat. So she has walked off, which was the state we encountered this in last time as well. Oh, she's back now? There we go. Lady Presta glares at you. Pardon the intrusion, Lady Presta, but High Lord Bolvar suggested that I seek your advice.
I was standing right next to you, imbecile. I know what you seek.
Well, I mean, you should have responded in the past hour or so. My apologies, Lady Presta. No, you should apologize to me.
You seek to lower our global defenses in order to appease a paranoid magistrate and an encampment of riffraff that are most probably suffering from heat stroke.
Begging your pardon, Lady Presta, that was not my intent.
You seek to lower our global defenses in order to appease...
That's not the dialogue. Of course not, dear boy. You adventurer types are often victims of circumstance, subject to the political drama which tends to unfold between citizenry... Wow, for some reason that word is difficult, and royalty. My advice to you then is to seek out something else, more specifically, a new career. This world has enough heroes. I mean, that's technically true, yes. Thank you for your time, Lady Presta. No! I wasn't quick enough. Oh my... now something happened again. I guess someone... Like, people keep activating whatever this event thing is. Okay, I'll wait another loop, but... This is... Honestly, from everything I've played so far from this game, this is the only thing where I'm thinking this is, you know, indie game, mobile game level development. Like, this is just absolutely terrible stuff that I would expect in, like, some weird-ass, you know, pay-to-win Korean MMO that I used to play back in the day. Like, this kind of stuff happened all the time. This should not be a thing in content that was there 20 years ago. Like, this is unacceptable. Okay, I guess I'll wait again. See you guys in a bit. Also, it is a little bit annoying now that I know that, you know, she is ONYXIA, or at least she transforms to ONYXIA, so I'm assuming she is ONYXIA in, like, a disguise or something. And because I now know that, I know that she is... I mean, I'm assuming that the way she responded to me just now is not because she has the best interest of Stormwind in mind. No, she is ONYXIA, and she wants to move me away from the path of going after her and uncovering what the Black Dragonflight and stuff, what all that stuff is. So having this kind of like sequence broken is rough, but also just in terms of pure quest design, you know, having the player go talk to an NPC that is infrequently available, where the moment the NPC is not available, you see something that's, as far as I know, happens later on in the storyline, spoiling the future storyline that you are trying to have the player progress into. Am I missing something, or is this just not very well thought out? So at this point, I feel like I've become an ONYXIA speed clear god. Like, I've just been sitting here, and we've been speed clearing this entire very high effort thing constantly. This guy just, like, literally, look at him go. This guy just, like, 1v 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's like, I can take them all on. I am super powerful. Guy, like, sir, whoever's in here, the High Lord Bolvar guy, can you come with me in my dungeon runs and just, like, solo clear it for me? That'd be very much appreciated. Thank you very much. Alright, all of them are dead soon. And then she should return, and she should become interactable once again. Alright, the event is over, so she should return in the next 2 to 3... Oh, there she is. Wait, is this... Can I... Yes. This one, this one, this one. I have no time. Okay, I think I was on the last step, actually. Alright, so now we can talk to High Lord Bolvar of Fort Dragon. So, for you guys, this was like 5 minutes, I think. including my rent. For me, this was like an hour. A solid hour. Okay, True Masters.
While I respect Lady Prestor's stance, I believe that there is a solution to this dilemma that may put all of our concerns to rest.
Alright, tell me.
I am going to empower you as an acting deputy of Stormwind Adventurer. Return to Magistrate Solomon in Lakeshire and deliver this decree.
Alright, so take Bolvar's decree to Magistrate Solomon in Lakeshire.
Nathanos Maris was the
Yes.
first and last
No.
of the...
Stop. Okay. Well, where is my Hearthstone even set to? I can't remember. Theramore Isle. That's not something useful to me right now. So, I'm going to go ahead back to Magistrate Solomon in Lakeshire, and I will see you guys there. Okay, we're back at Solomon. Hello, good sir.
What can I do for you?
Any news from Bolvar? Yes. Can I read this decree as well? I can. Here we go. Solomon, the carrier of this decree, has been granted official status as an acting deputy of Stormwind. You may use him to find proof of the Black Dragonflight's involvement with the Blackrock Orcs. Should such a proof be found, this deputy shall return said proof to me in Stormwind, at which time I shall release the order to dispense sufficient military force to aid Lakeshire. Regards, High Lord Bolvar Fordragon. So, I guess that means that we have finally achieved our goal in finding someone who is willing to support... Well, we finally found someone in Stormwind who is willing to support one of the outside forces, but only with proper proof because the threat now seems so dire. Okay, let's now, with that information, talk to Magistrate Solomon. Any news? Yes.
It could have been worse, I suppose. It appears as if the fate of Lakeshire rests squarely on your shoulders.
So yeah, it says it could have been worse, I suppose. Magistrate Solomon looks you over. It appears as if the fate of Lakeshire rests squarely on your shoulders. You notice Magistrate Solomon blinking rapidly. He appears to be crying. So my mouse wheel does this weird thing now, since like a couple weeks, where sometimes when I'm like scrolling out, it scrolls in, and when I'm scrolling in, it scrolls out. Like it's a little bit annoying. It doesn't bother me generally too much, but during editing, it's super obnoxious. So I don't know, like the mouse is only like half a year old or something. I don't know, maybe like something with like the center doesn't work. I have no idea. Anyway, complete quest.
You must return to the Burning Steps, adventurer. As a deputy of Stormwind, you will be required to report to Marshal Maxwell. Good luck.
Marshal Maxwell, that wasn't the guy that we talked to before, right? So this is someone else. So I will go back to the Burning Steps. Also, this is nice experience, I guess, because, you know, we are slowly just getting bits of experience. Like, this is the way I like leveling. You know, I like mob grinding, don't get me wrong. It can be very relaxing. But when I'm doing, especially when I'm doing a series or something, I'd much rather have like some through line to follow in the form of a quest or something that I can just kind of do and gain experience as I go. Because as much as I don't mind grinding for experience, and I think I talked about this before, I much prefer playing for the journey and then the experience being a nice secondary bonus. But I would have done this regardless of the experience anyway. So yeah, that's how I like to do my RPG progression if I can. So, oh, LVUI, okay, sure. I'll look into that later. So the True Masters go to Marshal Maxwell. I don't know where he is. Maybe he will be around the flight path, but I guess I will find out. Oh, Marshal Maxwell is right here, next to Mayara Brightwing, who seems very priest-like. Right, let's talk to Marshal Maxwell. Marshal Maxwell laughs. That is how he laughs.
What? You thought you were the first? How many soldiers must we lose before Stormwind acts? We had accumulated enormous amounts of intelligence pertaining to the Blackrock menace before we lost our commanding officer, Marshal Windsor. With Marshal Windsor went all of our precious information. What we need is that documentation. Speak with Ragged John, adventurer. He was with Windsor when they were attacked by a Blackrock raiding party. He was last seen in a cave to the north.
Alright, so speak with Ragged John to learn of Marshal Windsor's fate and return to Marshal Maxwell when you have completed this task. You recall Marshal Maxwell telling you to search for him in a cave to the north. See, this quest, even though I might have just bitched a bit about like that specific part of the quest, overall this quest feels very coherent. It makes sense in the world, and the writing of the quest also has better indications as to where to go than most of the game has had so far, which I can very much appreciate. So we need to go to a cave in the north. So that is the only cave up there that I see. Well, I guess there's caves up there as well, but that's like the most northern cave. And I do believe that is also where you respawn if you die. And I recall there being a cave with an NPC in the back. I don't think the NPC at that point had anything for us, so I'll walk over there and see if that is in fact where it wants me to go. If not, then I guess I'll check out some of these. Oh, and this guy is trying to be annoying. I should really take some time soon to go level my skinning a little bit, because there are so many mobs now that I could skin, but I can't skin because I just barely don't meet the requirements. I could probably just go to the hinterland or something like that, you know, where the mobs are like around level 50, and I can probably just grind them for half an hour or something, and I should have my skinning up to like 265 to 70-ish, which is sufficient for most mobs here. I think the way you can calculate it is, I think if you multiply the mob level by 5, I think you have the skinning requirement as well. Oh, the black wormkin are over here too. Okay. I will have to be a little bit careful here as we make our way up north towards the cave. Alright, we have made it to the cave. Now the question is whether there is indeed something here.
Need some supplies?
Well, this is just cleaning up my inventory a little bit, which is always good. Also, I'm pretty sure... Oh no, I don't have the Argent Dawn commission on anymore. That's good. I should have put the carrot back on, I think. So... I don't think I have to be here. Okay, let me go check out some other places then. Oh! Oh, hey! Ragged John! Hey! I was expecting him to be inside the cave. So he is here. He's just not in the cave. He's out of the cave. Alright, let's take a quick look at him. He has lost an eye. Feels bad, man. Nice knife you got there.
Windsor was particularly ornery that day. And believe me, for Windsor, that's a monumental accomplishment. He kept telling me that something feels off. Well, he wasn't kidding. We were in the middle of Blackrock Mountain when the filthy animals attacked. I'm talking about the orcs, of course. Pay attention, will ya? All you could hear were grunts and the clanging of steel as they rushed us.
Alright, so some dialogue just automatically triggered. This guy's a quest called Mother's Milk. And it's what you be wanting, Hick. You know, it's almost like it says hiccup. And hiccup, you know, I loved that little bit of dialogue with the hiccup. Guys, I'm still so sad that that one particular video I didn't have audio because the hiccup stuff was hilarious. Alright, here we go.
Windsor was particularly ornery that day.
Oh yeah, okay, so this is what he just read to us. Now, I do want to read through it myself real quick because he says we were in the middle of Blackrock Mountain when the filthy animals attacked. I'm talking about the orcs, of course. Pay attention, will ya? So, he's talking about them being in the Blackrock Mountains and the orcs attacking them, which I'm assuming means he was inside what is the dungeon to us. And then something happened to him there. So what did you do?
Me versus 50 orcs? I'm no fool, adventurer. My pappy always told me, discrediting is the better part of a cracker or something, and I knew what that meant.
Start making sense, dwarf. I don't want to have anything to do with your cracker, your pappy, or any sort of discrediting. Alright, we seem to be rather aggressive right now.
Windsor was particularly ornery that day, and believe me, for Windsor that's a monumental accomplishment. He kept telling me that something feels...
Yeah, that is his initial dialogue. So, alright. Anyhow, so I sort of slipped into the shadows. That didn't sit too well with Windsor, seeing as how he was already extra cranky. Well, he started spinning old iron foe around and screaming like a madman at the orcs. Iron foe?
Windsor was particularly ornery.
Yep, you never heard of Iron Foe? The legendary orc slaying hammer? Yep, that was all Windsor's hammer. He told me that Fanklon forged right himself, and I believe that is the ghost NPC that is in the cave where we got the quest that we can only get when we were dead. I think. So he made the hammer himself for his great-great-grandpappy, the Fanklon forged right. So is the one that we saw in the cave, was that the grandpappy because it was a ghost, or was that the most recent one that had just died or something. Anyway, the Dark Iron responsible for Stone Wrought Archimetank? Is that a word? Archimetank? I have never heard of that word. I've never heard of anything even like it. Anyway, building stuff. He also... Oh, I think the NPC is like cutting off. It's like Archimetank architecture or something like that. And he's like, oh, I'm building stuff. He also said the hammer had a twin that Fanglowen kept for himself. I think he called it Ironfell or something. So, you know, this dialogue here, I don't think I've dissected a WoW piece of dialogue this much. Like, this was just so much stuff here to dissect. Anyway, Ironfell. I feel like I've heard of Ironfell. Interesting. Continue, John.
Windsor was particular.
We keep getting the same dialogue, so I'll just keep skipping it. So, where was I? Oh, yeah. So, the orcs rushed Windsor, and Windsor, well, he didn't move an inch. He stood tall as they charged him, 10 at a time. All I could see was the glow from Iron Foe and a lot of blood. They went on for hours, maybe days, I don't remember. Anyhow, finally it stopped. So that's how Windsor died.
Windsor was particularly ornery.
Died? Are you cracked, EK? Excuse me, Mr. EK. Oh, sorry, Mr. Adventurer. Windsor wouldn't have died from no 50 orcs. As sure as Thelzamar's blood sausage is the tastiest food the world may ever know. There he stood. He was covered in orc chunks from head to toe, drenched in about 18 layers of their blood. But he was definitely alive and really, really angry. So how did he die?
Windsor was particularly ornery.
Windsor was particularly ordinary. Why do you keep saying he died? Who told you he died? I never said he died. He went missing is all. You see, apparently we had gotten into the middle of some big orc versus dark iron dwarf battle. The orcs, being the filthy, miserable curs that they are, were out early setting up some traps and other diabolical things you probably wouldn't understand. Okay, so where the hell is he? Wait a minute, are you drunk?
Windsor was...
What was he just doing? He's also like, I don't know, man. Dwarves don't get drunk, mister. I'm just a little sloppy. Anyhow, Windsor, I figured he's somewhere in Blackrock. That's the Dark Iron City for you uneducated people. No! Really? Why does the game feel the need to do this? Why can't I just... Okay, I'm just bam and the bam and the bam and this one and that one and that one. Why is he in Blackrock Depths? Slow down, I was getting to that. So, there he was, standing tall with all the blood and guts dripping off him when who shows up? The Dark Irons. I didn't hear a word. Didn't you hear a word I just said? Well, the Dark Irons are a little craftier than those Blackrock Orcs. They came prepared. By prepared, I mean there were about 300 of them. Excuse me. 300? The movie? So the Dark Irons killed him and dragged him into the depths?
Me versus 50 orcs.
Mister, if I didn't know better, I'd think you were one of them special peoples. We call them Stop interacting with my NPC.
Windsor was particularly ornery.
I will complete this dialogue.
Windsor was
So
particularly
how did he die? There we go, there we go.
For Windsor, that's a monument.
Alright. So, special peoples, you know? Windsor didn't have no beef with the Dark Irons after all. His great-great-grandpappy's best friend was a Dark Iron, which is also probably why that army of Dark Irons didn't kill him on sight. You son of a bitch.
Windsor was particularly ordinary that day.
Windsor was particularly ordinary that day, guys. You know, just so you know, he was extremely ordinary.
Particularly ordinary that day. Me
Iron Foe.
Me versus 50 orcs.
Finally, put some fingers in your ears. Your brain might have just grown 5 sizes and I'm worried it might leak out. So, the Dark Irons spared his life and took him prisoner. Their leader... This is such terrible game design.
Windsor was particularly ornery that day.
But I will keep you guys here, you know? You guys have to suffer with me through this one, okay?
He kept telling me that
Because this is peak game design.
me versus
So, So, the Dark Iron spared his life and took him prisoner. Their leader, some self-important uppity fella named Thoris something, took Ironfoe for himself, and that was the last I saw of all winter. Excuse me. Thanks, Ragged John. Your story was very uplifting and informative. Alright, and now we head back over to the other guy, I'm assuming. So I will run back to him. Yeah, you recall... No. Do I? Do I go back to him? What is this quest thing? I think I go back to him. Yeah, I'll just go back to him and see whether I can hand in the quest. I'm assuming I can, but, you know, we'll have to figure it out. Okay, yeah, he does seem to have a quest marker above his head.
I could have warned you, but what fun is that?
Yeah, I mean, he could have warned us about the drunk guy with the amazing storytelling and the interrupting of my reading session. So, complete quest.
So that good-for-nothing coward says that Windsor is alive, eh? Suit up, deputy. You are going in to find him. If Windsor is alive, you are to bring him back. If he's dead, I want proof. I bet you are getting tired of hearing that, aren't you?
Okay, so travel to Blackrock Mountain in the northwest and enter Blackrock Depths. Find out what became of Marshal Windsor. You recall Ragged John talking about Windsor being dragged off to a prison. Now, this, I guess, is the first part of... Wait, which one was it? Marshal Windsor. Okay, so it does turn into a dungeon quest. So, what I believe this quest is going to point us towards, but I could be completely wrong, I'm just kinda guessing here, is when I was in Blackrock Depths for that little bit, because I've seen only like a little bit of it, probably like 10% or something, according to comments I got later on as well. The video kind of ended where we were opening up some cells. Now, I cut out a lot of the cell-looking part because there was nothing in there, but I opened up all the cells because people were opening them or something, and I just kind of followed people in there, and there weren't people in there for me to interact with. But I'm kind of curious now if one of them was Marshal Windsor, and at that point, of course, you know, it was just a random name to me, so I didn't know it was him, but maybe he was already there, and I just didn't have any reason to interact with him. So yeah, just because this next quest will have me go into Blackrock Depths, this feels like a good point to wrap up the video. I don't know how long it is going to be, but as I said at the start, I probably will make the videos a bit longer. I'll probably aim, depending on what I'm doing and how much content I can cover, I think I want to push the videos more towards 45 to maybe like 75 minutes tops. So like, you know, hour and 15 minutes tops. I think somewhere in that ballpark works quite well for a series like this, but please do let me know what you think. People were asking for longer videos, and I already bumped them up from like 10-15 minutes to more like 20-30 minutes. But if you guys like seeing the, you know, longer episodes, especially now that I don't have the, I don't have to make them daily to fit a schedule because, you know, I've kind of stepped away from that schedule. So if you like seeing, you know, like hour-long videos, then please let me know, because in the end, what works for you guys works for me. That's very important. So, thank you very much for watching. I will be back shortly. Keep in mind as well, by the way, to comment. If you have anything to say, comment now. I will be uploading this video probably within the next 24 hours after I wrap up the editing. And yeah, we can have some cool back and forth before I record again. And you guys can kind of, you know, guide me in the right direction. So have a wonderful day, everyone, and I will see you next time.